Guys, about all the aesthetic treatments I've had done that I really regretted having done.
Whatever you do not get semi-permanent makeup.
Treatments I've done that I 100% regret.
Beauty treatments I've done and I regret them.
If I could de-influence anyone from doing one thing, it is getting a lash lift.
At-home beauty treatments that I literally regret doing.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's Cynthia here, and guys, in today's video we're going to be talking about beauty treatments that ladies have done and are regretting today. Now, the reason why I'm making this video is because a lot of times we think we need this type of beauty treatment or that type of beauty treatment, and at the end of the day, when we get them done, we're regretting our actions. So this video highlights those form of beauty treatments, from face fillers, surgeries, BBL and all that. This video is going to shed more light on this type of beauty treatment. Now, without wasting too much time, let's get right into this video.
Cosmetic treatments that I've had done that I went on to regret. Seeing the trend going around of people telling you what cosmetic treatments they've had done at what certain age and blah blah blah, and I wanted to put another spin on the trend and tell you things that I did have done that I regretted, because there's been a few. I'll just say that sometimes things are very trend heavy, and when I started getting these things done, it was during a period where filler was the big craze. It didn't seem that bad at the time, but when I look back at the pictures now, I'm like, what the hell? And the practitioners that actually did the work on me were incredible. It was just, I went way too far with it. Anyway, let me just tell you. The first thing that I've had done that I regretted was my cheeks. I don't have anything in them now. I had them all dissolved. This is what I looked like when I had cheek filler. Yeah, that's a bit crazy. I regretted it so much. I thought at the time that it was swelling, but then 6 months later it wasn't swelling, and I just don't think it suited me. So that's number one. Number two that I had done is jaw filler. I looked square. If you've seen the story of Hemi and Jared met, he calls me sweaty and square because I looked like this when we met. I just personally feel like I look like I've swallowed a PS3 controller. I look mental. I'm so glad I had that dissolve. My other big regret is too much lip filler. That looks mental. I definitely feel like less is more. I haven't had my lips done now for about 2-3 years. They just hold filler really well, and I had nice lips before I started having filler. I just wanted a bit more of a bigger top lip so that it was more prominent when I smiled, but I took it way too far. Way too far. But just to be fully transparent, things that I do still have now are chin filler. I think I last had chin filler like 2 years ago maybe. I just think it balances my face out. I also went too heavy with that at one point and I look like a quagmire, but I do like chin filler. If somebody ever asks me how do I get a sculpted face, chin filler. I also have Botox. I love Botox. Sorry, I know we're trying to go all out natural. You will never part me from my Botox. I love it. But that's pretty much the only things I have done now. It took for me to get all of this stuff done to realise that what I was actually searching for was within me. I kept having all of this work done and it didn't fix how I felt about myself. It just put a band-aid on it, and then I ended up hating myself even more because I didn't recognise the person that was looking back at me in the mirror. I'm very pro, you know, do what you want to do to your appearance to make you feel better, but I just think sometimes there's a fine line between doing that and trying to escape how you feel about yourself, and sometimes it's more important to address those issues head on before you have any work done. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and the more you know.
I like her honesty. In as much as she told us the cosmetic treatment she's done that she regrets, she also told us the one that she still has done. And I loved what she said at the end, when if you have any problem with yourself, deal with it first before going out to fix it, because it won't take the problem away. In my opinion, she looks beautiful with all those fillers dissolved from her face.
Guys, about all the aesthetic treatments I've had done that I really regretted having done. And why? First of all, thread lift. Worst thing ever. Do not do this to yourself. I had a PDO thread lift to lift my brows, not for like fox eyes or anything, but it was to like lift my hooded brows. It was absolutely agony after. I had the worst migraine. I was in so much pain. I had these ripples on my face. Love the result a week later, but it only lasted around a month. So months later, I paid £1.5 grand to have a PLL thread lift. So PLL threads, they're longer lasting. And this thing, it messed with me. After around 3 weeks, I started having this severe pain around here in my head. Every time I lifted my eyebrows or pulled any face, sorry, the Botox is like really freezing me out right now, but like every time I move my face, I basically had this agonizing pain which was getting worse and worse. Imagine like a hook, like a sharp fish hook. Every time I pulled a face, it was like someone was yanking the top of my head with a fish hook. It was so painful. It was so bad I couldn't even like pull any facial expressions or even talk, because I'm a very expressive person, and I couldn't do that because it was just, every time it hurt my face so much. I contacted the clinic, told them I was in agony. They told me it was just healing pain. So I ended up going to see my friend, Dr. Esho, and he did radio frequency on my head. It's a laser and it helped break down the threads. Within a few days, the pain was gone, but the threads were still there. They were just broken up. After a while, I was still getting pain from the threads. So I went to see a surgeon about getting a surgical brow lift, and I told him about my thread lift, and he said that what it was likely was one of the threads that had attached itself to a nerve, which had been causing so much pain for me. And even though the radio frequency had broken that down, the threads were still there and were likely to be causing more pain in different ways. So I had them surgically removed when I had a surgical brow lift. Number 2, masseter Botox. So masseter Botox is what people get to help stop them grinding their jaw, also known as jaw slimming. And I had this done because I was told it would look nice on me. It did not look nice. It made this portion of my face drop, and yes, it looked slimmer, but it looked longer. So I had these cheekbones here, and then this part of my face just looked longer, my chin looked longer, and also I lost definition that I had in my jaw, and it made my face look really jowly. And I don't think that my face, I know it sounds silly because Botox wears off, but I swear to God, my face has never recovered in the same way, and I've always been quite jowly ever since. Number 3, just generally way too much filler. At one point I had filler, loads of filler here, I had filler here, I had filler all in my chin, all in my jaw, and I just looked fake. A little bit of filler really does go a long way, and it's very, very easy to cross that line, but you can always get it dissolved, which is a good thing.
I like that she told herself the truth. She looked so fake. But wait, she said something that really messed with me. She was like, the thread attached itself to a nerve. No wonder she felt that much pain. And she said she got something done. She got the jaw lift or filler done because she was told it would look good on her. You did something as serious as this because you were told it would look good on you? Huh? Anyway, let's keep going.
Treatments I've done that I 100% regret. Starting with number 1, lip filler. I've now had 3 sessions removing it, and they are painful. I've seen so many girls with lip filler and it looks amazing on them. I just don't think it's something that suited my face. So that's number 1 thing that I 100% regret. If you're thinking of doing it, don't do it. Number 2 is microblading my eyebrows. I really regret microblading my eyebrows. I hate the shape. I can still see it. And they told me it's only gonna last for a year or so. It's been like 4 years and it's still there. I just really regret it. Another thing I regret is clear skin laser. I did it because I had really bad acne. It's just so painful, like holding back tears. I did like 3-4 sessions. It didn't help with my acne at all. It's horrible after, waste of money. Another treatment I regret is EMS on my abs. I did 1 session, and I know you're supposed to do like 6-8 sessions to see full results, but even that 1 session was really expensive. So I'm not gonna go back and buy 8 sessions. Didn't see any difference, so regret that. It's not a beauty treatment, but the last thing I regret is all my tattoos. Listen to your mom and don't get any tattoos.
As for the microblading, that's the lie those people used to tell their clients, that it will go out or it will fade in a year or 2. That's a fat lie. Microblading is the same thing as tattoo. It will last for as long as it wants to. I've seen so many people that have had microblading like for 5 years, 6 years, and it's still there. It didn't go anywhere. It didn't fade anywhere. There was a point in time where microblading was like the in thing. Like if you haven't gotten it done, you've not started getting yourself beautiful. Honestly, it was the grace of God that I stood tall during that pressure.
Here are the beauty treatments that I regret getting. Number 1 is lip filler. Yep, I've had lip filler. About 1/2 ml in my top and bottom lip in total. The reason I regret it is because I don't think they made that much of a difference, and it was really expensive and a little bit painful. I think I might have migrated, like there's a bit of a bump here, even though I only got 0.5, and this was years ago. And it's not that my lips were small, this was before any filler. See, it doesn't really look that different. Actually, maybe it's not migration because I have that little bump here too. But we've all seen the girls with overfilled lips and it just does not look good. The second thing is laser hair removal. I got that done on my thighs. I think I had about 6 treatments and it did not work. I think if you have really fine hair, it's not gonna work as well compared to if you have coarser hair. And I didn't really want to get it for the hair removal part, but I thought it would help me fix my chicken skin texture. And yeah, it did not work. What does work though is exfoliating with skincare. I use the different products on my legs and it's been working so well. I am so ready for summer.
Hearing this much, from these women, all I can say is women have money. Women have money.
Whatever you do, do not get semi-permanent makeup. They got me, and I feel like they got so many millennials slash Gen X. And I don't know if this was just a me experience, but for me, when I got my eyebrows microbladed, they told me that the ink never goes deep enough into the skin and that in a few years it would completely fade. That is a complete lie, because it's been maybe 8 years now and they're still here and my brows are a mess. And I also didn't learn my lesson. I got lip blush maybe like 2 years ago and I'm very unhappy with the results. Let me show you what my brows looked like when they were freshly microbladed, and then I'll give you a zoom in and show you the situation I absolutely hate with my. Okay, I blurred out my ugly ex, but these were my brows when I had them freshly microbladed. I absolutely love them. They look good. These days my brows just piss me off, so I just pluck whatever. But this is what I'm dealing with. So I don't even know what I'm doing with my brows lately. I think I just thinned them out too much. But as you can see, I have the stroke marks that are orange. And this is what irritates me. I think I had a bad experience with lip blushing because I did not go to the best lip blushing artist. I had a recommendation and I thought she was good, but there was just a lot going on. And I felt like she rushed my consultation. I didn't have a good lip color, and just overall it wasn't a good experience. So my lips just look really blotchy. And this is no filter, no makeup, but I feel like she was not able to do my lips properly. And now anytime that I use certain lip colors that I used to love, I just absolutely hate. And so now I'm trying to figure out, like, do I get this removed? Because I do want to remove it. When I do my brows, I tend to put concealer under because they're thinner these days and just more sparse. And then my lips, I just try to hide the lip blushing. But anyways, if you're considering powder brows, microblading, lip blushing, just do not do it. Don't do it. It's not going to go away. It's going to fade. It's going to scar. And then you're gonna hate your life.
Her hitting her eyebrows now or her lip, it's not something I like to hear, because these are the features on your face that make you who you are. Now having to hate it because of a procedure you done is quite heartbreaking. I can feel her pain, honestly. But I like the fact that she's been sincere about this and warning people. Honestly, microblading is the devil. Anybody that tells you get your eyebrow microbladed, it will fade, that person is lying to you. Except you want to have it for the rest of your life. But if you're having it for it to fade, don't do it. It won't fade. It won't.
Beauty treatments I've done that I 100% regret. It's just cheek filler. Honestly, I can never tell a difference when anybody gets this on their face. I got it on my face. Nobody could tell that I got it. Like, there is such a small difference. Not to mention, it is so expensive. So, fun fact, when I get sick sometimes, it will start to puff up and hurt. I don't know, I guess it's like an autoimmune response. Not great. In your early 20s and you think your face needs filler, it doesn't. Like, don't do it. This is Fusion hair extensions. My hair did look amazing when I had them in, but it left me with so many bald spots all over my head. Like, it literally ripped my real hair out. I most definitely recommend sew-ins instead, or right now I'm doing all natural hair, but I wear clip-ins when I go out, so you could do that too. And lastly, eyelash extensions. People with really good ones, I think it depends what you get. For me, I feel like it just looked like too dark and distracting on my face, but on some people it looks really good, so I would say just like evaluate, don't go crazy, don't get the super full ones.
The hair extension left bald spots on her head. Wow. And then the cheeks filler. I don't know, but I don't think that sounds like it will make anybody look beautiful, because cheek filler, I think it's to just make like your cheekbone look bigger than usual.
These are the beauty treatments that I regret getting and I would never get again. I'm a huge fan of beauty. I love girly things. I've tried a lot of different procedures or beauty treatment services. Number one, and easily the one I regret the most, is under eye filler. I could go into more detail about this, but I have a horror story on under eye filler. It was a actual disaster. I've gotten it, I think, 4 separate times. This was a long time ago now, but every single time I got Tyndall effect is what they call it. And basically it's a blue hue because it's placed too superficially, if I understand correctly. And it basically looks like you have a black eye. It looks like someone literally punched you in the eye. And then you have to go get it dissolved. So if you have hollow under eyes genetically, I do, so I feel you. Really would not recommend doing under eye filler. I'd recommend either cheek filler or trying PRF or something like that. Next is hydrofacials. Nothing really bad to say about them, but I really think they are not at all worth the money. I'm pretty sure they're like $200, right? They give you maybe nicer looking skin for like 24 hours and then there's really no other effects after that. I think investing in medical grade skincare and really just focusing on your skincare routine morning and night at home is going to be way more beneficial. This next one might not be like a beauty treatment per se, but some of my tattoos I really regret getting. I'm going to show this very quickly because I'm so embarrassed by it. This bird, you guys, every time I see it, I want to crawl out of my skin. Why does it look like there's an airplane on my wrist? I went away for college to Arizona and I told my mom this was for her. I showed it to her. I was so excited. I'm like, Mom, like, look at this tattoo I got. It means if I fly away, like, I'll always come home to you. Be fucking for real, Sarah. And now I seriously hate it and I'm gonna have to do the laser removal and it's probably gonna be literally 30 sessions, so who knows when I'll get around to that, honestly. Again, kind of not like a beauty treatment necessarily, but dyeing my hair blonde was just not the move for me. I did it for a couple years because that was like the thing, like all the pretty girls were blonde and I was like, I want to be like that too, and it just didn't look good on me. It didn't really suit me. Like, as you can see, I have darker features. It looked good. It honestly didn't even look bad, but it just didn't look like me, you know? So I just feel like your natural color is most likely the color that does look best on you, whether you believe that or not. I'm really happy to be brunette again. So then one more that's like a half regret, but not really, are my eyelash extensions, only because now I feel like I seriously cannot take them off because I just only like my eyes with them. And I do get more like of a natural set, so I don't think they look crazy by any means, but now I'm like actually addicted and I can't get myself to part ways. I might be rolling around in the grave with my lash extensions on, which fine by me.
I like the fact that ladies are coming to the realization that you're best with your natural facial features. I like that they're coming to that realization because it looks like there was a time where if you hadn't gotten any form of beauty treatment or cosmetic treatment done, you've not started being a girl.
Beauty treatments I've done and I regret them. Number one, under eye filler. I am fortunate enough to be blessed with giant eye bags. My dad has literally pouches under his eyes and I got it from him. You probably can't see it very well now because the lighting is going directly in my face, but sometimes the bags show really bad and they're not designer. So I got consultations with multiple different doctors and some of them told me I need a surgery to literally remove the fat pad that's under my eye that's causing the bags to happen, which of course I refuse to do. Nobody's cutting me up near my eyes, so instead I got an under eye filler, which now I know I'm not the best candidate for because I don't have hollow eyes, I have bags, so the filler is just adding the volume on top of my bag. So to smooth it out, we had to add a little bit of filler here, so all this area used to have filler. It's been like 3 years since the last time I got it, and don't get me wrong, it did get rid of my eye bags, but then added more volume here, so I just looked very almost swollen. Number two, Botox. I will say it one time only. An injector doesn't equal an injector. I've had some bad Botox before in my life where my eyebrows were basically like this. It did not look cute at all. Now, of course, I have a good Botox. I can't really do much with my forehead. There's nothing crazy happening with my eyebrows. Same goes for the lip filler. It's been about 3 years since I last time got it. I found a really good person, but I've had some really bad lip filler before where my lips just looked like They were just sticking out and looked like duck lips. Next is microblading my eyebrows. I've done it probably 8 years ago and it was supposed to last only a year, but it's still there and it's not going away. It just looks very weird and faded. She did a really good job, but still, I wish I never got it. I also wish I never got my lashes done. It is genuinely an addiction and I just don't know how to stop. So I think we're gonna have to stop altogether because I really want to try going lashless for a little bit. And lastly, my cherry augmentation. I've had 2 surgeries. The first one was completely botched. It cost a lot of money and I had to redo it a couple years later to fix it, which of course also cost a lot of money. And altogether, I wish I never did it. And I'm really considering an explant right now. So if any of you have done it, please let me know in the comments down below. How was your experience? How are you feeling about it? Was it a good decision? Because I know it's a big one.
That's a lot for a 2-minute 30 seconds video. An explant, I've done a video about breast implants women regret getting done, and most of them did explants. Explants is like removing the implants out of your body, and I mean, your body is definitely going to love it because you're taking something foreign away, so it will breathe a little. And then microblading. So now we've seen most women now complain about their microblading, complaining about fillers and all. Guys, it's a lot. Let's keep going.
My biggest beauty treatment regret ever was getting my eyebrows microbladed. Like, I wish so badly that I didn't get them done because the process that I'm in right now is just so frustrating. I will say this, when I first got them done, they looked really good. I loved the shape and I made like a video. I was obsessed with them. However, I should have known better because they do require a little bit of maintenance. Like, you have to get touch-ups and whatnot, and like that's just, I'm not good with that type of stuff. Like anything that has like maintenance and touch-ups and stuff, I'm like, I don't want to deal with this. So I should have just known better than to get them, because when they started to fade, mine started to oxidize the color and it became like a grayish red, and I just hated it. I absolutely hated it. I couldn't stand it. And instead of getting them touched up, I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna get them removed. I'm gonna do a laser treatment to get them removed. I did this not realizing that they were gonna turn red, and you have to wait like 8 to 10 weeks in between sessions. And so it's just like a long process, and I'm like, I feel so self-conscious about them. I like try and cover them up. I'm just over it, but it's like, it's one of those things I feel like I have to trust the process. But I was like freaking out a little bit and spiraling today. I'm like, what if my eyebrows just look like this forever? So if anyone's gone through this process, like please send me your recommendations. If you're thinking about getting your eyebrows microbladed, I wish I didn't get them, but if you really want to get them done, do your research, know the difference between cosmetic ink and tattoo ink, and just like know what you're doing to your face, because I didn't. But yeah, and I just know it's gonna be like an expensive process to do the lasers to get them removed. It just like wasn't worth it to me. I really didn't need them that badly. Like my eyebrows were fine before, and now I feel like they're just like fucked up, but oh well.
Getting these things done required money. Now getting them removed requires even more money. That's the thing with all these things. So always have that at the back of your mind before having any form of beauty treatment. Just ask yourself, what if I don't want to have this in future? How much will it cost me to get it out?
I live in Korea, which means that I have access to a lot of cheap beauty treatments and also plastic surgery, and this is a list of things that I regret doing to my face. One, about 2 years ago, I did a under eye fat transfer, and I had to do it twice because it was just included in the package, and it was actually like an influencer collaboration, so it was free at least, but basically all of it melted away. So if you look at my before and after, there's almost no difference. And God, I didn't pay for it, but I just think it wasn't worth it going under anesthesia, going through the healing process, and just being bruised up for like a month. The second thing I regret doing to my face is doing a Aladdin peel, which is basically just like an acne peel that you do on your face. It hurts so much. It feels like someone is putting glass all over your face. It does help with acne, but my issue was that I was clearing up the acne with the peel, and then a week later I would get new acne, and then I was in this vicious cycle of just getting it again and again. So I'm not saying that the peel doesn't work, it does, but if you have like an underlying reason as to why you're getting acne, I would address that first. 3 is bad Botox. Now, I've talked about getting Botox all the time. I love it. I have some Botox right here and right here. This right here is actually medical because I get a lot of jaw pain, and I get Botox injectors here because when I smile, I get wrinkles, which creases my makeup. So it is what it is. But in the past, I've gotten bad Botox where they would inject in my forehead for my forehead wrinkles, inject it too high up, meaning that wherever they were injecting, it would make my eyebrows droop. So it looked like this is what I would look like, and I wouldn't be able to raise my eyebrows. So now whenever I get Botox done, which isn't very often into my forehead, is I tell them to inject it in a way that doesn't make my eyebrows droop, and usually they know exactly what I mean. So if you've had a bad experience with that, definitely tell them you don't like the droopy eyebrow thing, and they tend to be able to change it.
The first treatment she did was an influencer package, so it was free. So what I'm guessing is they were doing it on her to show others what they can do on them, and it was for free. Now she said she didn't see much of a difference, but it hurt so badly for at least a month. Anyway, guys, let's keep going.
If I could de-influence anyone from doing one thing, it is getting a lash lift. Hear me out. So I had a lash lift done right before vacation, and it looked great for the first week afterwards. But when the lift stopped lifting, that was when the problem started happening. Your lashes don't lose your lift simultaneously. Instead, some of your lashes starts going down like this, but some of your lashes are pointing up like this still, which means you can't even curl your lashes, because if you curled them, some of them would look normal, but then other ones would just go back into your eyelids. While your lashes look like this, your mascara will not apply nicely. Mascara wand looks like this. Some of your lashes will get coated, but the other lashes will just be without any mascara on because they're higher up. And then you just kind of look like a hot mess for, I think for me, it was around 2 months. Not to mention, my lashes became so brittle after it that I still have gaps in my lashes right now.
From this video, I'm hearing new beauty treatments that I've never heard before. Apparently, they're not new, but to me, it's a first hearing some of these women mention them.
Today is day 9 of my post-op. I'm starting to look more normal every single day. A lot of people were commenting that I'm gonna regret it, and I haven't regretted it yet, but I'm gonna tell you guys some surgeries that I've gotten done that I do regret getting. So when I was 18, I got my nose done, did no research on it, literally paid $2,500 for it, and it literally messed up my nose so bad I had to get it fixed. It still causes me breathing problems to this day. The doctor, he just really doesn't know how to build structure in noses, and I regret it so bad. But at 18 years old, I didn't know the things that I know now. So yeah, definitely do your research when getting your nose done, because it can cause a lot of structural issues if you go with someone who doesn't know what they're doing. Another thing that I really regret getting was my silicone shots. Those are illegal. They can literally cause so many health problems. They can cost you your life. So if anyone tells you that they're safe, they are not. Take it from me. I will be getting those removed sometime in the future. And I just really wish I could go back in time and not do that.
Silicone shots. Ladies, we need to be careful, because some of these things may sound like they're not harmful, but in the long run, we may have problems. I love the fact that these ladies are sharing exactly what they regret getting done. It's good because when you watch it, when you listen to it, you learn.
At-home beauty treatments that I literally regret doing. I'm going to be your big sister right here, and I'm going to tell you guys about all the embarrassing mistakes that I did so that you don't have to do it. One, at-home microneedling. This was around 2016, 2017, where microneedling was all the hype, and there was a specific brand, which shall not be named, which was super known for their professional kits of at-home microneedling. Here's the thing. Nobody told me that microneedling can trigger hair growth. When I mean hair growth, I mean real hair growth. A lot of people who want to grow their hair, especially on their hairline, they will microneedle their hairline and then wait for it to grow. They'll put some oil on top and it will naturally grow. I didn't notice. I was microneedling my forehead, my sideburns, this area on my chin. But one day I woke up and I noticed a few hairs growing on my chin. I'm not even kidding when I tell you guys, I wanted to weep. I wanted to cry. I went on Google, I started searching, and I understood that microneedling can trigger hair growth. I am never doing that again. I have reversed all of the hairs growing on my face. That was the biggest scare of my life. Be so careful doing that. In fact, I do not recommend recommend doing anything that should be done by a professional at home. Want to get microneedling done? Please do it under professional guidance. Okay, similar to point one, never ever laser off or use IPL hair removal on any area that didn't have hair growth already. You might be thinking, Saf, isn't that obvious? Here's the thing. Me, I was using IPL on my arm, and you have like the front of your arm and the back of your arm. In the back of my arm, like this area, it's hairless. Naturally, I never had hair on it. I was like, I am using IPL on my arm. Let me do both sides. That way it's like everything's good. Turns out, if you use IPL or laser on any area that initially never had any hair to begin with, it will trigger hair growth. Do not do this. I know some people who like to do laser on their hand. If you don't have hair already on your hand or just very minimal and not visible, don't start doing laser on it. You're literally going to trigger hair growth. Don't say you didn't know because I just told you. This one is a tale for the ages, and I feel like every curly haired person has a story like this. But if you have beautiful, big, bouncy curls, do not straighten them to death. I deeply regret doing this. When I was around middle school and high school, curly hair was not getting any love when I was younger. And so I used to straighten it almost every week. And what happened was I went from having like the most beautiful, bouncy, juicy curls to just having limp, barely wavy hair. The very DNA and shape of my curl, I could never get back. I have tried so many things. Please cherish your curly hair. Do not submit to societal pressure. And if you really want straight hair, maybe wear a wig. I'm now just realizing that every single one I mentioned was hair related, but it's generally so true. Do not trust your eyebrows with anyone who is not properly trained. You guys know those TikTok filters where you're like, oh my God, thin eyebrows look so nice. You will never ever get the thickness and shape of your eyebrow back. I know this because I have to draw my eyebrows significantly, especially in this area because it's like completely bald. The early days in college, I went and got my eyebrows done at this place, which was not like so great. And they were like, oh, we'll do your eyebrows for free. And that should have been the first red flag. They waxed them way too thin. And I still have like some spots where the hair will just not grow back. I've tried everything. It's been like 6 years. The hair on your eyebrows is super sensitive. So do not mess with it. Do not make it too thin. Do not go to someone who will not know how to keep the shape of your eyebrow because you will deeply regret it.
The eyebrow for free parts. Oh my God. Ooh, I cannot overemphasize a free beauty treatment. Don't take it. That should be your first red flag to know that this place is not legit. It will not make you happy at the end of the day.
4 beauty treatments I will never spend my money on ever again. Under eye filler. I was happy the first time I got my under eye filler. I just felt like it was the solution I just needed for like my kind of sunken eyes. But now looking back, I think I could have done something like PRP. I could have done like a skin booster. I could have done so many other things. So I don't think I will be paying for under eye filler ever again. Microneedling. This thing ruined my life. Okay, can I just start there? It ruined my skin completely. So now I'm actually currently on Accutane because the breakouts just wouldn't stop. They just keep coming and coming. And I was like, what is going on? Even when I wore makeup, it would get 10 times worse. My acne was just out of control. So for me personally, I know the girlies love microneedling, but for me, it was an absolute nightmare. The next one is M-Sculpt. I did M-Sculpt maybe a year or two ago. And so if you don't know what M-Sculpt is a body contouring device. So it's supposed to help you kind of get rid of your body fat and build more muscle. Already, like, the science is not sciencing, okay? I mean, I think if you just read a paper or two, you'll see that there's just minimal effects when it comes to M-Sculpt. So it's such a waste of your money. And I feel like maybe if you're somebody who already has the six-pack, someone who already has the body they want, and you just want to look good for like one photo shoot or like just, 24 hours, a couple of days, do it. But don't expect it to do what you think it's supposed to do, which is this whole body fat building muscle story. Like, just eat clean and work out, save your money. Getting my jaw filler. So I love my jaw, like from a side profile standpoint, but I don't know if I love it from like, if you're looking at me just ahead, like how you're looking at me now, because my facial weight is really at the bottom. And I don't know, I just kind of always love it when I'm on the side, but in the front, I'm like, wait, what's going on? I mean, I still love my face. I love the results and it's still there. Okay. I think I got this jaw filler 3 years ago. if I'm not mistaken. So I know it's still there, it's still working. So thank goodness. But honestly, the only time I'm going to do my jaw, if I ever do, will be like when I get a facelift or when I do Sculptra, if I even do Sculptra. But yeah, jaw filler. I mean, if your facial weight is at the bottom, I don't know if you should do jaw filler. Maybe if your facial weight is more at the top, then yeah, go for it.
I kept on looking at her eyelashes. One had them on, one didn't. But I mean, she did make a good point. Micro needling. That thing even sounds painful to me, but apparently a lot of people love getting them done.
As someone who's had a lot of cosmetic work done over the years, I thought I'd give you a very honest walkthrough of everything I have had done and then tell you whether or not I regret each thing, because there are some things I'm literally reversing now in my late 20s I wish I never did, and then some things I'm happy I did. First thing I had done when I was 18 was my boobs. I don't regret that one. It's not like I went over the top though. I went from an A to a C and they look very natural. It just improved my confidence. Next thing was lip filler, but then I also got chin filler and then I got cheek filler and nose filler, and I feel very differently about each of those things. Now the thing with lip filler is if I'd have stopped after 1 mil, then there would be no need to regret it, but I didn't stop there. I went way overboard. I probably got about 5 mil in the space of 6 months and I carried on adding to it over the years. I went lip filler blind, but also there was an element of denial to it. In your early 20s, you don't have the money, well I didn't, to be spending on bloody dissolver. Like, you don't want to do that and then start all over again. You'd rather just ignore it. Now, age 27, I do fucking regret it because I can't look at a photo of myself between the ages of 18 to 22 without thinking, what the fuck? I'm honestly regretful because it took away from my youth and my beauty at the time that's meant to be like your prime. It doesn't have to be, but like, you know what I mean? I just recently had all of my lip filler dissolved and it's just made me annoyed really because I'm like, why didn't I do that sooner? I look so much better. I was a victim to the only way is Essex, what can I say? The chin filler I got because I have a weak chin, which I still think now is so fair enough. However, I went overboard again and I ended up completely changing the shape of my face from the front. Like, my chin was so pointy and triangular. Then eventually I tried to correct that by adding in more filler, which then made me just look bulky. But I couldn't tell that it looked weird when I had it because it had happened so gradually over time. It's only now that I've dissolved it all that I can see that it went too far and I do regret it. But that is not to say that I'm against chin filler. I think it's great and it can really balance out your profile. I'll do it again, but I'll do a very natural amount. Cheek filler, there have been phases where I've gone overboard with it, but it tends to dissolve quite quickly on me, so I've never looked botched in the cheeks for too long. So I regret when I've gone overboard, but I don't regret it generally. I like it. However, nose filler, I have a few fucking things to say about. I am nose filler's biggest hater right now. It's actually the next thing on my list that I want to get dissolved because I deeply regret it. I got a very small amount of nose filler here, here and here to try and give me one of those straight little pixie noses. Over time, and again I didn't really notice it, it's only now that I've dissolved all the other filler that I'm starting to look at my nose and notice how wide it's got. My natural nose is so thin all the way down. Now it is actually wider all the way down, plus it is deformed. If you look at this, it goes in and then out. The fuck? Maybe it's happened because filler does attract water and so that can make it look swollen, or it could have happened because I wear glasses and the glasses have pushed down and deformed my filler. Either way, I didn't know that was going to fucking happen. Had I known, I wouldn't have done it. I cannot wait to get rid of this shit. I can't stop staring at it. I hate it. I do not recommend it unless you're going to do the teeniest bit. Something I don't regret is my face tight, neck tight procedure, which is chin liposuction and radio frequency skin tightening. Probably the best thing I've ever done. Like, my double chin was one of my biggest insecurities and now, oh my god, it's made a huge difference in my confidence. The results have been absolutely amazing, unlike fat dissolving injections, which I've also had. I had lemon bottle injected into my double chin and another one that I can't remember the name of. Would I recommend it? No. When it comes to Botox, I have no regrets. I enjoy Botox once every 6 months, a very subtle amount. I still have movement. I mostly like the eyebrow lift that it gives me. And even when I don't get it done for 6 months, my big forehead line that I hated doesn't come back. So I feel like it's helped that. Lastly, lip tattoos and eyebrow tattoos. I got something called SMP or SPU on my brows and then the lip blush. Both look quite stark when it's first done, but after a couple of months, it looks very nice and natural. Like, I have no hairs here. This is all like tattoo and it looks so good. My lip blush is basically gone, but I would do it again. So yeah, have a think about all that before you get anything done, alright girls? In your teens and early 20s, I'm talking to you. This fucking nose, I can't wait to be rid of it.
This was a lot. I'm not even going to lie, this was a lot. So before you decide to get anything done, just think about, will I regret this or not?
I talk a lot on here about all of the cosmetic treatments that I've had done over the years, but what I don't talk about are the treatments that I actually regret doing. Now, keep in mind that this is specific to me. What may have not worked for my skin and my face may work beautifully for you, so take this with a grain of salt. I also have worked in corporate beauty my entire career, so I was exposed to the med spa world at a very young age, in my early 20s. So that has a lot to do with it. Okay, so here it is. The first one is Botox. Now, I started doing Botox when I was 22 years old. And I'm not talking about just a little sprinkle here and there. I'm talking full face Botox. I'm now 42, so there's a lot of years in between that. That actually did me a disservice. I did not need that much Botox at that young of an age. I had beautiful young skin and I wanted to freeze my face. Now I actually could benefit from it. And I do get it from time to time. I've found that because I did so much for so long, it's a little bit more challenging to get the results I desire. I need more units and I have to mix up the brands that I use for injectables. I have an amazing provider who knows my history and has come up with a treatment protocol that is brilliant, but it's definitely more challenging than it should be. Your face is supposed to move. I just wish I was gentler with myself and was more appreciative of what I had in my early 20s and just embrace movement. The second one is very similar. The second one is lip filler. I definitely hopped on the lip filler train decades ago and had continued to do it over the years. And eventually my lips became overfilled and I had migration. And at the end of the day, I don't think I really needed it. I've had to go through several treatments to dissolve my filler. That has been a little bit painful. I have many people I know who do get their lips done and it looks so beautiful and so natural. So if you're working with the right provider that gets your anatomy in your face, then it's fine. The third one is under eye filler. For some candidates, it can be a spectacular solution for the hollows of the eyes. I believe that I was not the right candidate for under eye filler. I'll insert a picture here. You can see that it eventually migrated and there was a very visible lump in my under eye. And this is not speaking badly about the injector. It is a potential side effect of getting this treatment. And this was years ago. Technology has improved to where there are more regenerative treatments that can over time really help you achieve that same look as filler would. So for me is something I would not do again. And I'm just very, very focused on the more regenerative natural treatments. That also goes for filler in my face. I think I got filler way too young. Eventually, I feel like it distorted my features a bit. And since then, I've had it dissolved and again, more focused on regenerative treatments rather than injecting volume into my face. There are a few other treatments that I also have regrets about where they're more radio frequency based. And I was doing those to boost firmness and elasticity in my neck and jaw area. And I honestly feel like for the money I've spent doing those treatments over the course of many years, I could have had a neck lift by now. So I've stopped those treatments and will probably have surgery someday in my future. So really, I think the moral of the story here is don't start too young. These treatments can be effective at a certain stage in your skin health, skincare journey. And if you're working with a skilled provider who is able to say no, then you're in good hands.
Well, all these things are really, really expensive. That's all I can say. And another thing is, these treatments don't sound small to me. They sound like something, done with a whole lot of seriousness. Anyway, we're here to listen to them and also learn one or two. You'd agree with me that at the end of the day, we've had a lot of beauty treatments that even I did not know existed. I'm so happy that these women came out to speak their truth because it tends to save the next person that may want to get some of these services done. This was really an enjoyable video, even for me. Let me know what you think. Have you had beauty treatments that you regret? I would love to know in the comments. Leave them down there, okay? And yes, beautiful people, I've come to the end of the video. I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, do not forget to give the video a fat thumbs up. If you are not subscribed, consider subscribing, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.